Welcome back, guys. So we are in the greenhouse. It's like super windy today. I wanted to show you an approach graft that I did on Jaboticaba. It's kind of a rare variety. It's called a 4CM. Not sure actually what the actual variety is, but that's what it was sold as a 4CM. So remains to be seen if the fruit are really that big. But since this tree is pretty rare, I wanted to go ahead and make a backup of it. So here's where I kind of placed a rootstock Sabra pot right up next to this other to the mother plant right here, and you can see, you may be able to tell, but right here is where it was grafted at the scion, and then here's where it kind of grew out, and then it had like two little kind of Y, and made like a little Y growth. So I figured I'd go ahead and graft up the other side right there. So it's been on here for a while, and just like my Palucci, I'm gonna go ahead and unwrap it, and then we'll cut it loose, and we'll make sure it's taken, and then cut it loose. So let's take a look at it. So I'm gonna kind of cut off this rubber bands and all that. I kind of started it, and then I wanted to go ahead and show you, so let's finish this up. I gotta be careful not to accidentally pop these off from each other. I've got a lot of background noise from the wind. I think it's kind of like Santa Ana winds today out here. So yeah, I mean, just so far it looks like it's healed up pretty well together. I'm gonna see if I can't show you a close-up of it. Like this. So basically, when you do these, you cut off just like a slice off half of the scion and half of the, half of the mother plant and half of the rootstock, and then you just pretty much just line up the cambium best you can and squeeze them together best you can, and hopefully they heal up together just like this. So this looks like it's gonna make it. Now this mother plant is pushing a lot of growth. I don't know if you can tell right here. It's trying to push a lot of growth. So, and this rootstock, it does have roughly the same amount of foliage as this top portion. So this is the rootstock right here. And we're gonna cut this off, and hopefully that's enough rootstock to support this graft I did. But we'll continue removing all this here, being real careful. Now it looks like it took real well. And I'm going to be super careful with this. So at this point it healed in. It looks like it's growing nicely together. I'm going to cut it loose, release the tension, because it's sort of trying to pull away from each other. The trick here is not to cut off the wrong part. So here's the here is the mother plant. This right here is the rootstock. So we're going to release this from the mother plant. Very carefully. Then I'm going to cut it a little better after I get it loose. So there you go. There's the, this plant is now free, and we'll just set it here so I can actually show you what's going on. But it's quite wobbly, and what I want to do now is we're going to get rid of, we'll get rid of the rootstock part right here. This is the rootstock. We're gonna make sure that this is there's that. Cut it off there. Make sure that all the nutrients and everything is gonna go to support this new graft. And like I mentioned earlier, this tree is got a lot of growth up top, and it's trying to push more. So what I want to do is just so this the roots can handle this growth, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this other section right here. I was going to graft something else on here, but I'm afraid if I try to graft something else on here, it may not be able to support this new growth up here. And the new it's pretty big, right? So I think why it was growing so much on this end is because it was getting nutrients from this root ball and actually the mother root ball. So it was trying to push a lot of growth. Yeah, so other than that, we're going to get rid of this section of the rootstock because I want to make sure that the rootstock is going to be able to support this whole new top portion. And it is so windy today. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. And there you go. This is going to be a nice new plant. I'm going to rewrap this just to make sure. I'm going to clean up the little sections here. I'm going to take the razor blade and slice it nice and clean, and then wrap it just, you know, for extra support for another little while. But other than that, here is a approach graph. I got 2 plants from one, and yeah, nice to have a backup. All right, guys, keep it short this time. I'll talk to you soon.